Have we got it working? Hello and welcome you all. I'm looking up for you to show you more Wobbledogs and game development. And also planes are flying in the background. Still blocks it out. Actually, it's pretty good with a job blocking it out. The OBS does. I mean, it blocks out the T sounds in the keyboard. Like, a sacrifice has got to be made somewhere, don't they? Activity's winding up while I'm gone, but hey. You guys can look at this, actually. There we go. I'm actually gonna, you know what? You guys are gonna watch me add in the jam drop recipe. So I'm gonna blink this out for a moment to make sure, we can, look at this. Let's double make sure we can look at this clearly. To the most part. I guess that won't hurt. So now we got this over here. So I've written down the basics for a recipe. Our biggest problem is that I'm gonna double this recipe. Apparently it makes 30. Which I doubt it does make 30. Like, I don't know. What kind of magical power does people have to make 30? Like, I make cookies and all that all the time. It's just like, especially like cookies that I make. It's like, I don't even make that much. Like, what? I guess I don't properly measure it out, you know? Yeah. So recently, I finally figured out how to fix my hurt box and hitbox. And I feel like finally, I don't know. This was stress off me that I realized this morning. Oh yeah, this doesn't quite work as it should. But hey, what? I just got poisoned. I just got wet. Oh, I must have set myself on poison. There we go. Yep. That was a bit of lag. Yeah. It's kind of annoying that a lot of this, especially a lot of this comes from when I did the move for the game. And it's kind of frustrating. And I did always fine. But it's recently just been in a position far more better off than it once was. Because the hitbox and hurtbox is not working and it drives me insane. All I did for that was flip it over to where the hitbox is now the layer and the hurtbox is the mask one. I don't know, I would assume the other way around, but I guess you can make other things happen. Like, it's kind of annoying. It's just like that one point that some systems have numbers going upwards for severely, and there's other systems that are like, the lower the number is, the more severe it is. Yep, yeah. Of course. Can you all just not universally agree on up or down with your numbers? But I guess it depends on the situation most of the time as well. Yeah, you can also see that I need to get the player before, every time I go in here, the player murders themselves. Whoops, one blade. Just the one I'm after. And I wanna, oh, no. And where did I set that up then? I'll just do it there. Oh no. That was set up, must mean in there. Oh, I know. Okay, I'm blind. I don't see where it's set up. There we go. Yeah, you can see also on the player if we get them. When I was fighting, the animation was not working. Like if we go off to this right here. Now, oh, what the hell is what's making it cause the other thing then? Oh. Well, that's problematic, isn't it? Of course it works right there, but it's just like, in the end, it's like, I'm good. Oh. Must flip someone back. I'm gonna actually open up the game. Okay. I think I know what our problem is. We go down to here. We said, where is the existence of... So one of these somehow is affecting this. I don't know which one's affecting this, but one of them is scale. What does this look like? Like, bloody. I think this. You think this would have reset it, wouldn't ya? What's the scale here? 1-1. Something else must be interfering then. I think. But I'm so confused why it's like that, you know. Something else must be interfering somewhere else. Like somewhere else completely. And what if I go to the left? So this tells me that someone else is flipping over something else that I don't want to flip over. I think it might be one of these idols. Idol left. Let's go for idol left. Where is idol left in this mess? They're down there. So we go looking for one of these. There is our little problem bugger. I don't know why it doesn't get reset. Should get reset. I don't know. Oh, hang on. This might be our little problem bugger. But delete that. We are more likely, or we're not, just watching our work. Yep. See that one coming from 5 miles away. One of these little buggers I got a curse of eternity. And maybe it's down here. Maybe so. What's this? Yeah, this one. Get rid of that. Again, it's trying to do some things, but boy, some things gonna be left behind as they should be. Still, are you kidding me? I hate this. Wait, good. No, I'm kidding. Alright. We go back to attacking the left. See how the sheet itself is not in here. So if I keep the rotation of this sheet here, it needs to be -1. I gotta find some cheeky bugger that's been hanging around that's lying to me. What the hell is this to be working? Excuse me. I'm wasting. I don't know what it's doing. Why is it doing that? That is so frustrating. I guess it's that kind of flip, isn't it? I don't know. I don't want you to be joined. Bad. I need that to happen now. Yeah. This could be also silly. I think it'd be something to do with be the hand position. What is the hand? Oh, the hand scale. Ole. So what's the hand scale and we set? 1. But the hand scale should we set in here? So it's something else entirely different. Oh. But weapon scale is always in here. How about this? feel like this is the one. Yeah, probably. Since we only encounter that problem at that certain point. Which probably means now it should be fixed. In theory. Hopefully back to lead. And what the hell happened to my sword? Sword has disappeared. Sword! Okay, sword took a hike. Yay, gate for me. What is the visibility thing? Why is my blade not visible? It's stopping it from being visible. It needs to be seen! Oh, poor boy. I don't know. What's going on with it? It's kind of annoying. Actually. I'm just gonna make sure he said there we go. Blade. Oh. What? What happened to my blade? I'm so confused. Who stole my blade? Can I even attack you? Is my blade even working? Oh. It's so in the I think oh, look at my regeneration properly working now. That's great. I don't think that was properly working before. I have to have a look because I wanted to get it like that, but it was not, you know, working in the way it should be. What the hell happened to my weapon? It's like going for a hike. Like, bye, but I'm gonna return to you after this. Bye. We need you. Which one did we turn on the visibility? It was the top dog. Yeah. Right down there. So who's turning it off, mate? Idle left. What is idle left in this mess? Don't know why my sword's going for a hike. Then it's coming back. It's just like, hello, I'm here again. You miss me? I'm just like, what are you doing, sword? Nothing. Interesting. That's basically what I say. None of these are specific visibility. I don't know why it's still in there. What is doing the visibility thing? This is not, I think. This is saying it is visible. That I always see it become visible every time we are in that animation. Like I was promising you guys jump drop instead we got Iron Dragon. I don't know, maybe you like that, maybe some of you guys like that more than the other one. Depends up to the person. Oh. I just want you to be one, mate. And be visible. That is not going to be too hard for you, mate. Do this. Like this track. So we'll like this. Now we're going for a process of elimination. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. I've got coffee and tea here today. So someone uncheck this is going invisible. Okay, so we turn this visible. If we pin this, be like, mate, how dare you go with visible? Should be visible. Oh, I'm wrong again. It's one there. I can admit that I'm wrong. Sometimes. Nah. I don't need this anymore, don't I? Or that. I think it is working. I just now got an invisible sword. It was just like, you know, you can't see this anymore if it's facing the right way. How dare you see me? It doesn't want to be seen. I also said words. I also got like skills to add into the game as well. So get excited for that. So we're gonna like first skills in some on track. Because I was working on like fight animated fights to do like cool moves with sword specifically. So eventually we're gonna get all the weapons done and dusted, and maybe someday give my dude back a sword. I don't know. What happened to my poor sword? Let's see if this works. My sword is long lost to the void, to the darkness. Okay, still don't really know. Ah, I think that one is. I did not change it down here. Oh, I did. I don't know what that one was. My sword went for a hike on me. Okay, I get it, sword, alright? Oh, wow, I finally fixed my problem. My other problem, didn't I? That's great, isn't it? Like, I must have just sickly remembered that exists. I was actually trying to do something here with the targeting, so the targeting didn't, like, you know, those arrows didn't go for my feet, they went up for my chest instead. My poor feeties get all the blunt, you know? I wanted to save my feeties to trauma. That's so weird. Yeah, I'll actually show you how I'm doing this one, actually. So, we got our Westby down here. So, what we want to do here is a Westby here. So, we want 1 block of butter. Butter. 1 butter block. I did change up the cookies, but right now the cookies is kept the same due to the fact that it's much more simpler for me to test out things if I did, especially if I don't want to make a simpler one. That is not how you spell anything down there. I'm just gonna put B down there. I feel like when I want to cut the butter, I feel like the cutting table would be really cool to cut it in half and then cut in quarters. And 2 sugars. So this is basement of cookies, seeing they're both biscuits. Whether you like to be called biscuits or not, but that's what they are. So you do butter first, mixed with sugar. And then you add in like egg later on, and then you flour. This one here requires you to have egg and vanilla at the same time. With the cookies, it's egg and the vanilla, and then this one's egg with the sugar and butter. I think I said the wrong way. Then the flour is the last thing. Right now, I'm not worried if it is. Right now, my flour doesn't have any. That it's not really required to be self-raising or plain. Or white flour, some people may call it. Hang on. I think it is called that or not. Can't remember the American name for it. But self-raising flour is the flour with all the raising jugs in it. Oh, whoops. Probably should not say it like that, but hey, I did. I just dang that keyboard dirty. Excuse me as I clean it. Yeah. I had to, whoops. Yeah, there we go. Why do these keyboards get so dirty? But they are so much more. I've got a mechanical keyboard here. And if you ever think about getting one, probably get one. It's like so nice to clean these up as well. Like it's so easy to knock off the keys on it, especially the one I got. I probably got pretty lucky with the one I got actually, if I'm being honest. I got mine just before like a change came along where probably made the keyboards worse probably or not. I don't know. But my boy has been going strong. Touch wood, there we go. Hopefully it still goes strong. I want to get custom keys for it small jack because it does fit in the standard keycaps and everything like that. The one I got. So I'm excited to do that one day. 2 eggs. One, two. I just do 2 flowers. Oh boy, this one is already catching with the other one, isn't it? Yes. Ah, but this one also needs jam. I forgot how to do that actually. I'll just set it up. I won't be able to go for the whole thing because I need to set up jam. Which means I have to add jam as a category. So I've got 6 jams to choose from. So how these recipe works is that jam is a category or, you know, a type of item. Is how I've got this working. So if it doesn't, whoops, a woman. So if it doesn't fit, so if we go up to here, we booked my fit, one should be alright to find this. Or this, don't look over to the right. Yeah, I should have told myself that earlier. Like right now. Earlier. So we gonna now add available jam. Jam. At least for jam, isn't I don't know. I'm really having a dyslexic mind with jam all day long. Jam amount equals 0. So I find this to be the best way. I was gonna do a like true or false statement, but then I thought that the amount will probably be more effective. But I was gonna do a mixture of both, but then I'm like, yeah, I might as well shortcut this and do amount. So what I did here for the cookies, and that's gonna be the Windsor recipe for the cookies, is this that there's 1 brown butter, which is a block of butter. Flour amount is 2. So when I get half butters, it's going to be half butter amount. Then I have to put all in there. I can't remember the symbols for all. I just remember the symbols for and. I was looking for all before with something to do with inventory system. And then you get flour 2, sugar amount equals 2, egg amount equals 2. Then you go mixing and then cookie recipe. I have mixing down here with these ones. But I think I'm going to change this later on. I'll probably be able to do all the butter in this area. So let's say I'll still call it butter. It'd still be in the group of butter. So the category of butter. But then it would look for, is this butter called a block of butter, or is this butter called half butter, a quarter butter, or 1/8 of butter, you know. Later on. So we're gonna have to, I'm gonna copy paste this. I'm gonna blank it out because it's gonna have, that's not gonna put a little winch. Jam. Hopefully it's the right spelling. Well, I guess now I'm committed to it now, am I? So we go down to item. This is not Weasel's item. We need to find Weasel. So I got on the code. This is now, the code folder's now become whatever's anything to do with it. To do with these items. Because now you got the item slots. So now we go see how we got categories right here. Then we go comma. I'm just been adding them to the end because I have to like reorganize everything else if I don't do that. So now we got jam. This JAM, I don't know. That's what I got written down all the way on here, so, yeah. This is some of the worst moments that I find with dyslexia is worse than not, like, knowing how to spell big words is getting stuck on the smaller words because at the time period you forgot how to spell them is worse than not spelling larger words. Alright. So I haven't added the jams in the world yet. Eventually we're just gonna add, like, you know, a whole jar of jam because why not for the fun of it for a little while. I gotta go looking for the jams, actually I do. Okay, now let's go back to the mixture since we added it in there. Mix and bowl. It was extras were extra is 13, 14, 15, 16 is what jam should be. And then this is just to place the item and like remove it from my inventory and all that. I have to make that probably more reliable. Sometimes it's not very effective, but it does a job. And that's what matters. It does a job. I also need to mark out all the jam gloves. You know it's going to be problematic. This one has 6 outcomes because it did 6 different jams. I'll show you with this one, I think. Yep. So the jam drops are down here on the bottom. So this is a jam. All these ones right here are jam drops themselves. I knocked that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 outcomes of jam drops. Our biggest problem is to look see what jam we have. Is what we got to do for this code. I'm really having a hard time to focus on what I'm meant to be doing here and then explain to you guys. But hey, that's usually what the wall is, isn't it? What usually happens. We also got a milk amount. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it seems like milk's already in there. So now we're gonna do is so if we touch this with an empty hand, since I went with empty hand in the end. I was not gonna do empty hand or something like that because I was playing a game where they like left click and empty your hand automatic. But seeing as it's so easy for you to drop an item on the floor, I don't think it's gonna hurt that much for you to, you know, drop item. Okay, so I'm gonna copy and paste this, seeing it's practically the same. So we got 1 block of butter. I was thinking about doing half recipes since I am doubling that recipe you were looking at before. But at the same time, I'm a bit like, no, don't even, no use bottling too much about it. So now we need to, here we go, add that in. So now we'll go straight down to there whenever it gets this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sneak in this. Change that up a bit. I can't even remember what I put down in there. 2 flours, 2 sugars, 1 block of butter, and then 2 eggs. And then jam. But we're gonna go back, we're gonna have to come back for the jam. I'm gonna knock it out here, so I'm gonna go hashtag jam. I'll try cap lock. I am ready to curse the hell out of cap lock, if I'm truly being honest. I mean, how long has it been? Oh, we've been fiddling around for half an hour. Wait. Equals 1. And then we could do this. We have to put and in here. Don't forget about the ands. And is a good example of a word that I've once forgotten to spell a little while back. And it was pretty bad at the period of time. I don't mind coding. Coding is kind of nice. The only problem I just don't like is, of course, the spelling and forgetting the spelling of some things. You know, looking back to it, I'm like, first coming into this, I'm like, yeah, I know some coding. Yeah, some coding was barely anything, but I guess I probably knew back then even more than what the average person did. Back when I first started this. Alright, so if we remember this recipe, eventually there's going to be a recipe book. For God's sake, I'm not going to expect anyone to remember these. I can't myself, so no way I expect anybody to. So we need one egg, one butter. Oh, look at this. We got one egg. One butter. So eventually what I want to do with that butter is throw it on here and make it, and use the whiteboard and then make it into extra butter. 1, 2, there we go. Get this. So as soon as we haven't added anything, nothing will return into the well. We will see it down here. See, look at that. See, it works. Jam drops. It's gonna be really cool in the future, isn't it? Ooh, jam drops. Endless jam drops. Since we haven't set it up to delete itself, that's what we're gonna go with. So get excited for that one. That's our next one I'm gonna add in. Recipe to the game. So I'm gonna fix it up to go 2 eggs and then knock this out. That's the reason why I did it like that. Oh, okay. 50J. There you go, mate. No need to whinge. I wish the bookmarks like happen on here. I've been using the bookmarks a bit more, even the dots as well. Though that doesn't end very well if you're not careful. Oh boy. Gem jobs are gonna be quite complicated in a way of spawning compared to the cookies. But then eventually the cookies are gonna end up being more complicated than the jam jobs due to the fact that you have multiple varieties with that, with the chopped chips and everything. Yep. Bookmark. Whoops. Don't like how close that is, though. I'm really being honest with you. So it was Control B. Eh! What did I do? Control Alt B. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, so these are the ones in the bottom ones that we're gonna do. And then when we make our cookies or cookie dough, just remember it's cookie dough, we make it up here. So I guess you won't actually see what type of jam it is, or do we do the jam a different way? Because we could make the cookies first and then add the jam later. Maybe that might be where we go with it. I have to figure that out myself. There we go. I actually kind of like doing that more, like recording a lot more of that stuff to like explain that type of coding and like watch videos on it. Like sometimes you do want to watch the ball and stuff. Some people do. I don't know why some people are like very anti-ball and stuff. Like I kind of get it if you want to keep your like booze up high, but I guess it's so everybody else is doing something else. You might as well check to see how the opposite goes. When that's wise decision or not, I don't know. You know? I don't know, there's something I like about live streams, and there's something I like doing about normal videos as well. I gotta do more played up. Probably, if you haven't seen like the newest series of played up where I'm picking, oh, we're here in the game, where I'm picking every single recipe that comes by me in the game. Have a look on that. I mean, there's always some shitting done in those series too. Don't forget. What's this on? Oh. I don't know why it doesn't want to. You should actually be seeing things, but it's not like, nah. Notice that Steam has got a fancy new update. There we go. Don't forget to like and sub. I think 2 wasn't. I did like the idea of going 2, but I also still. I don't know. I feel like when I move to 1, it feels like a bit nicer to do 1 over 2. Because, you know, live streaming does offer me something like I said, than videos do. Because I feel like I would like to give information that's a bit up to date. There's moments in some other videos, especially when I'm those through the played up series, where I talk about how annoying, oh my god, 40,000. Annoying how some code is like or something like that, I don't know. Little doggy! I'm making another kelpie if you want to know. I've got my golden border collie here. I still gotta take photos of him. Wolf 2, oh my god, I didn't realize how big Wolf 2 is. How did he get that big, mate? I probably realized before, and then I just didn't realize that. I didn't realize he was like, he's proper big. He's bigger than Extra, which is saying something. Especially for a beginner jar. Especially for a beginner jar. Ah, dog. He is really big. Must have gave him all the big genetics his parents must have. I'm pretty well then certain that Wolf 2 is a vanilla dog. Or default dog. Extras has been a wild dog. Get more extra. I still gotta start some other series too. I got like a lot of content at the moment. And it's gonna get annoying when I don't. What content I can do. Didn't have a dog committed to my keyboard, but I guess I got a new dog committed to my keyboard. I have to go get a little gizmo. You see what's going on down here. Oh, Extra wants to go on adventures. I'll just mute myself and I will return. Oh no, Wolf 2's getting old. Wolf 2, mate, you're getting old and grey, mate. It's alright, buddy. You know what? I got a special little treat for you. Yeah, let's bring out Donut. Or do we want to bring out someone else? Kind of like Spike's purple ears. We can bring out this fella. Join in the Witchfield. Join. Good, Wolf. Good. Wolf 2 is eating the goods. The immortal Jags. There you go, mate. You're gonna be a big dog when you become an adult. Oh boy. Ah! He's neutral. Neutral, neutral. What do I did name someone with A? Or was that someone else? Oh, I was thinking about it. I don't know. He's got dark, isn't he? He's a mole. I feel like we're all going the light, you know? There's like stages that everybody shares. And they're all like... I guess this one's not very light. Little fella, he's neutral. He's got neutral opinions. No, I'm kidding. Oh wow, he is happy as they come. Oh, I'm trying to deck him. Oh my god, poor little fella. Deck him with the tires. Oh, extras around. Here you go, go into there, mate. You might need to go in there. Sounds clean my eyes again. My god. Just put it around my face. That's how it ends up in there. In my eyes. How the difference between that and this having anything else as well? Dog is walking around all day and night. He's having a party. He's a party dog, man. Sometimes he's gotta have parties, you know? Relax, have some fun, bob up and down, and have a party. Oh, extra's having a sleep. Extra's on all, man. We also bought Gizmo down here. I also printed off a paper to get a sense of sticker sizes for like later on. Whoops. Gizmos is plus buttons as well. And one of the little doggies jumped on there and was like, excuse me, where am I on this? So I put on like small like mushrooms and some of the animals from Unknown Dragon. And some hasn't, and some that haven't been added, but I've got a full like design for them. There's one that's based on the Tasmanian tiger that I've practically done, but because it doesn't really fit into Darkwood Forest, it's going to the Great Plains, which is the next one after Darkwood Forest. Someone's a grumpy bugger. Here we go. Here's some pats for you, mate. Enjoy. Must have been liking how one coffee at a time thing. I really like that one because it's really good, like endless type of problem solving one. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right word. And it doesn't feel like it's really, and except for the inventory system, a lot of the code doesn't feel like it's complicated. It just feels more like, oh yeah, you're Wolf 8. That's, I remember calling someone Wolf 8. It feels like, you know, you're going for steps of solving a problem, but you're still not using very complicated code. Oh, Dipper, you're getting old. Oh man. Now life happens like that, mate. Sure that this dude's bled with me. I think. Huh. Want to bring out more. Name's Tiny. Oh, party dog. Extra's getting old? Oh no, we can't have that. I mean, he's already old, but he still needs his immortal Jack. Small Jack. Oh, there's baby neutral. I guess we can bring that out. There's a reason why we have the neutral dogs. I mean, there's the sacrifice that all dogs must make. He's a happy bugger about it, I could tell. Oh, someone's proud of their catch. Oh, here's the buddy. Give them all the pats. Oh god, I got all the dogs on my keyboard. I've got that little dog down here called Patches watching me. Patches. That's the cheeky one that's always around. That was the dog who was like on the piece of paper like, excuse me? Where's something about me? Also made them a little coffee cup too. It looks so cool. I just was talking about putting some little dogs in the show in the like local show around me. So that one's a bit more on the city one. That's actually pretty nice vibe. Huh? Dude wants a belly rub. Here you go, mate. Oh, can't do that. There you go. Give the dude a belly rub. That's what my uncle used to do was get one funny of white in your road and go over on their belly and be like, give me a belly rub, mate. Basically is how it went. Really funny as well, that one. Whoa. I would assume that I had that many legs before. This dude has literally 8 legs on the front of his body. God, he's got plenty of digging legs there now. Look at those big, powerful legs. He must have really want to become a digging dog. He's digging some holes. Oh, he's changed color. He changed color as well. Of course he got lighter. Why do they all get lighter? Actually, no, he got darker. Oh my god, now I like you. You got darker, thank you. Actually, that's more black color. He got more saturated. I have to move you out of here, mate. You're very big. Oh, he's getting taken. Oh. Snout got a bit more, I don't know. I don't think Snout got smaller. I just think it's different rotation, like I said. Different position. Wood force is all I got for that. Okay, great. Oh, we can bind the pool, dude. Poor guy. This guy is willy and hungry. Oh my god. What two is knocking everything out. Oh, dinner time. I'm surprised I haven't given all these dogs names yet. I think I would. Actually, no, that's something I would not do. A lot of them actually comes from my sister naming them. Except for the one on my jive, which is called Spark. Because he's like pointing upwards, so he's very happy. Fella, I would assume. He seems cheerful, you know. But if I look at that dog, it seems like he'd be a cheerful bugger. He turned. Oh no, I guess his main body's brown. I guess it's pretty good. Oh no, he's turned lighter. Oh my god. Hmm. I really like your brown colors, mate. He's a brown boy now. He was once, I don't know how, he was a green boy, now he's a brown boy. He's like, I'm into the browns these days, you know. He actually looks really cool. Mate, eat something before, you know, you die. That's a possibility. I'm still a bit on the fence whether the bigger dogs do need more or not. I feel like they do, but then at the same time, I've no official like evidence except for, I guess, feeling and what I think. I think that this go like really hungry, getting hungry really fast. I don't know. I haven't had really small dogs to tell that out. All being big fellas. Yeah, I wonder why when I feed them lasagna. I'm gonna have to get videos waiting for next. I actually haven't got that many waiting for next, guys. So I'm gonna actually have it's my idea of it over coming week, which is gonna be nice. Hopefully I'll be able to go to oh no, little fella! Oh dude. So I have some idea and plan to go to mate, time for you to join the cult. Feed upon the dog. Oh my god, I like you. Oh. Oh, good little bugger. I like how all the adults just come and tackle this. Come down and start in. Wallet. You too, mate. Whoops, I was meant to knock out the other dog. Likely. And then likely getting it. I like it's gonna be a big dog too, man. Play here, please. Yeah, I have to get rid of all the adults here. Good. Oh. I guess neutral can take it, I guess. Good, buddy. Good. Either or, I mean, yeah, there's no shortcut in that. You have now officially joined the cult. How do you feel, little puppies? You two feeling good? Excuse me. No early bites. That is one rule. No early bites. You gotta wait till they're dead dogs. Probably get in my eyes because I have it on my hands. Probably the reason why. More or less. I do a half-assed job cleaning it off my hands. Oh, it makes bigger sense. I'm talking about the sunscreen. We don't know what conversation of topic at the moment. I got tea and I got drink. Oh, one cup. Picked up the teacup. Yeah, I finally set up the adjustment. So tomorrow means it's been here for a week, which is cool. I haven't really got dirty either, which is really nice. Touch wood on that one as well. Yeah, I'm starting to make a little kelpie. Another little kelpie. I've got his 2 front legs. I've got his stuff for his face ready because I sewed that on. It's really cool. Kind of like I want to have this like I have used to so the first packet I picked up was safety eyes for these little dogs and the dinosaurs they first did. But I'm kind of glad I like moved to the 8-ply, so that means like 8 strands. I believe it's 8 strands well together. Okay, he's in it. I think that's what that means. I mean, you can bite that all you want, mate. So when it's 8-ply, it's 8 strands well together. So it's bigger than the one I usually use on these smaller dogs, which is the 4-ply. So I did do the 8-ply on bigger dogs first, which is done in 8-ply. But then I got fancy wool, all in like fancy wool, which is 4-ply. This is gonna get confusing. and I use the thicker black, which is an 8-ply, so 8 lines, so 8-ply wool, which is a cheaper Australian made one, wool from the like general shop. A lot of these wools that I order in are ones from Etsy, which mainly and for the most part wool, Australian wool, and I believe they're more and they're likely to be spinned in here, and they're likely to be dyed in this country as well. There's one thing I wanted to make sure was Australian wool. As somebody who family who was raised in that wool when the wool industry was really having its hard time back to where I used to be when I was really young. So before I moved to here, I was out in the bush. This was one reason why when I'm making these little dogs, I want to make them out, kit them and make them out of Australian wool that was raised in Australia and that is spun in Australia. So they make it into yarn in Australia and then dyed in Australia. But the undyed yarn from somewhere down in Victoria. The brown wool came from somewhere in New South Wales, and I think the golden wool came from Victoria as well. Hmm. You do a lot, actually. I feel like the way that the system is set up currently, it limits your thinking so much. Like, you go into school, like high school and all that, and primary school. But year alone, I feel like it's more or less has taught you some things, but it hasn't truly taught you a lot about the world, you know? Because we're like, you just, you can do a lot more than you think you can in the position you are in, but you just don't know you can do a lot more, you know? I feel like that's how it is for myself and when you're talking to a lot of people, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but I do feel like, especially, oh my god, Brave, what are you doing, mate? Yeah, especially where I am, I feel like I do a lot more, you know? But no one tells you how to do a lot more, you know? Oh, this dude fed themselves, okay. Because I don't think anybody else knows how to do a lot more, you know? This guy's got a lot of legs. Legs, it must be like mutated. Or he just happened to have a lot of legs. And on. He's gone really light. Oh god, dude. You've joined the light side. Come on, man. What about the darkness? Guess there's no darkness here. Oh, good job, mate. Might as well teach you how to dig a hole. That's important. Look at that. He's gold mine. Oh, I can do that twice. Cool. Full time. That's how I feel like sometimes. It isn't. You know, sometimes I feel like, especially the current system that a lot of us work in, or I feel like that system doesn't want you to truly know a lot. Just wants you to know a small portion amount, the bare minimal. Eh, I don't know. I feel like it's weird. I feel like I can go weird places sometimes and talk about weird stuff. This is kind of annoying when you look outside when clearly there is something not something not working in the current time, and then whenever someone tries to, change the system, they get backlashed, and then it never changes, and then it just gets worse and worse. You got to be aware that after a while it's inevitable that you have to do something before it does get worse and worse. I feel like that's how the current system's going. Like, you got to be careful. And this is my experience in my own country. Could be different experiences in everywhere else. But something to really think about is you gotta be careful sticking to the same thing, because you gotta be aware that that same thing could be totally gone bad. Like, there's sometimes you can do the same thing over and over again. After a while, practice does make perfect. But there's sometimes, like with machinery, if they did the same thing over and over again, they will eventually break down and need replacing. And then when you do make stuff with machines, you will eventually improve it upon what you're doing. At one point, you may be making watches by hand, but then at another point, you might eventually want to make watches by automation or by more hands, scaling it up so that it's more effective. I don't know if I ever said any of that properly, but I'm not. I don't know. But look at these beautiful boys and girls. Look at these doggies. Oh no! Wolf 2 is gone. Right here, Wolf 2. Should we give Wolf 2 more life force? I don't know. I guess. I'm already half doing it. I've already made my mind up, not me even knowing it. I guess we can begin travel. There we go. Wolf 2. Here you go. Good little bugger. He won't stay here forever. Not like extra. Not good if you guys are Wolf 2 fans. There's even a Wolf 8. You can kind of see why I'm not being the one naming all these little dogs I've been creating. Yeah, I'm so tempted. Like, I want to also make like sheep and all that. I actually want to make more than just dogs, but dogs have been the first things I make because I've got the colors for them. I've said this before. With wool, it tends to be colors isn't necessary, not really a lashy like it is with paint. I also want to do painting. I was meant to do painting yesterday, but then I got distracted with Iron Dragon, and I really wanted to fix that up and everything like that. After fixing it up from all the after fixing up the hitbox and hurtbox, I really wanted to do that. I still want to do some painting. I haven't done painting in a long time. Like, it's starting to get into me now. I still got some smaller paintings. I forgot that I put smaller paintings in like a little area. I was thinking I had more smaller paintings than that for sure. And then I forgot I put them in the little box. Well, not really box. I guess it is technically a box. So then I didn't have to move them all the time. And the box is pretty easy to move. So I've got to pack some of them in my bag some along the track after I figure out what to do with the other prints I got. So eventually they're probably the first things that will go on my merch shop. And they'd be to order, I would assume. Because I think anything else would be too hard to do. I have to figure out how I'm gonna, print them. Why is this buddy orange? What? Of course, this always happens. Oh, mate. Why are you orange? Play here, please. You're not meant to be an orange boy. Everyone's probably the main code to knock out. Oh, yeah, we haven't made well into something yet. Ooh. This is how lazy I want to be. I can cheat a little bit if I don't feel to be lazy or not. So we got this dude. I think that's meant to be dark. Black, I don't know. Shadow? There's nothing on the name for Shadow or not. I can't remember. This dude, Wallet, and Wolf 8 is now become adults. God damn, man. Time goes fast. 1 minute they were small little doggies, and the next minute they're adults. Buddy hillbillies. Let's do these two together. I wanted to play that one with someone else as well. Before they cock it. Before they die. You know, this lighter color one is starting to glow on me. I really wanted the black one at first, but now the lighter one's starting to glow on me. But truly being honest. Buddy, I'm trying to get you, and he's like, nah, you can't get me. I like your purple ears. My tea's a little cold. It was the bluebell grey. So if you don't know what that is, it's a bit more of a darker tea than the normal French. I guess than the French Earl Grey. I think it's still a bit darker than the normal Earl Grey. Actually, probably closer to the normal Earl Grey than the French one. I don't know why I keep comparing that one, but I guess I do. Do we want to keep the badass purple or not? I don't know. I guess we can. Little buggers! Release the doggies! I've left them all out. Reference song this. Some people probably will not know. I can't even remember how that whole song went. Free the doggies. Let them all out. Let them become a bigger doggy population. It's gonna be really hard to make little puppy versions of these current cliche dogs. I mean, making the dogs that I'm talking about with the wool. I really want to get black wool. I've also heard recently that they're gonna increase the price to postage, which is gonna be so annoying. Because I would be buying more things from these collectors if I didn't have to worry about postage costing me a small fortune. You know, ideally, if I could, I'll probably, if postage didn't exist, you didn't have to pay for posting, like, sending things, I would probably be all over a lot of these smaller companies, you know? Getting a lot more stuff from them than I am. I do feel like recently, because we're having bad interest rate everywhere in the world, and in Australia, that's been pretty poor. I do feel like lately my money feels like it's been, the money I've been getting has been like a further behind than what it was like not that long ago. Yeah, it feels like it's not going as far. I don't know why I have terrible luck, you know. Must be something about me that I don't get jobs. I've had some jobs, but not really anything that's permanent. work. Or jobs, as I say, no permanent jobs. Because I've been working a lot. And because I don't get paid for it, a lot of time you get disrespected for it, you know? And also, I'm in the business right now, trying to make a business out of. If you, the average person, is richer, then I'm richer. I don't know why cafes don't realize that, because if I can buy coffee from you every single day of the week, at least you're gonna make a fortune more for me as a customer than you will if I just buy it once a week. I feel like. Actually, finally was given a card at one of the cafes I usually go to. They're like, okay, you come here a lot, and as soon as I'm thinking about it, here's a card, and I'm like, I guess. And they're like, oh, hi. Yeah, that's what you want, and I'm like, I guess. And they gave me 5 of them. Already done on it. I don't know. I feel like the cards, yeah, I kind of get where you have them as the business, but I do feel like they should be unnecessary, in my opinion. No, cafes are cards for the cafes, because we should be well off enough to buy coffees from you as the cafe worker and owner. And your workers should be wealthy enough to buy off on you too. That's be kind of mildly frustrating when you're working for a fancy restaurant and you probably can't afford to actually eat there. Like, oh my god, I imagine being in that position would suck a lot. I feel like. Honey, I was watching a video where they try to explain how they value labor, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, labor's not valued correctly at all. Because the idea is education and how much you do, but the way it is always been valued, it's never ever been. Your labor's never properly valued, especially when building things. Those tend to not be valued. Your labor tends to not be as valuable, and well, tends to be valuable, but you don't get paid for that labor you do. Whatever job you do, you're never going to get paid the value of your labor. That is a reality that we all have to face in the system. And that's my saddest thing of them all. That's probably one of the darkest things I've ever said. What about you guys? You guys are close. There was a third one I'm missing too, was there? Well, actually, I guess when you guys were looking at the code, I've started to like play one with Brenda. Well, this morning. I really want to make small 3D stuff. When I make 3D games or not is a different question. I really like doing the pixel art over anything else. Thinking about it, I'm kind of surprised that that committed to doing like pixel art for so long as I did, you know. Like I use that so much and learned how to use the program so well. Oddly enough. I was watching a video about alternatives to like Adobe stuff. And I finally like had a look on hanging around. There's not really many videos on that as well. I guess I don't really dig into it, so I am fine with that. I am saying something because I'm not really dug into it too much. The only thing that's stopping me from nearly making a comic about these little dog adventures is the fact that I don't have any software to make comics. I feel like if I do animation, I need the time to do animation. Since I do game development, I want to focus on game development over animation. But I do want to someday, ideally, want to do animation because I always like animation. But I'll probably have to get a team for that as well. Maybe we better off. I don't know. Oh, you can always split up if you get the right team to do like background and characters. I feel like if you do that properly with the artists, like you get multiple artists to do like the background and the characters. I feel like if you do that, blend their styles in properly with each other, they will look really cool. I think I've seen that done in some other stuff as well. But I didn't just like pull that out of the nowhere. That I have seen a video on that where they're talking about two different artists' styles mixing well. Then you get the anime as well. I don't know. But stuff like that can easily be done by yourself as well. It's pretty interesting to think that you can easily do that by yourself, especially these days. If you got the time and willing to put in the work, you can really almost make anything. That's being pretty optimistic, but you kind of get what I mean. Doggies! Look at all these cute little doggies. Salty. I do feel like I am severely behind to where I probably could have been if I didn't, like, you know, had computer issues and I fell off my bike. Shoulder's been better today, actually, which is nice. I didn't really hurt it, didn't really set it off today. Being nice. Maybe do YouTube on this one. Hello, mate. We got a newbie. Got a new little dog. He just doesn't want to get up. You know, there's something that some dogs want to do. Actually, you should be careful some behaviors like that too. Watching a video where where a guy's corgi did that a lot, like roll their nose, like itching their nose on the carpet, a lot more than what they usually do, and you end up later on having difficult bleeding, and then bleeding, and then I had a bleeding nose, which is bad for both them and the corgi. Ended up having nose cancer, which is pretty bad. Probably for dog as well. Since especially since that's mainly one of the senses, and then their way of bleeding as well. Like poor bugger. It's still Corgi is still alright to this day, as far as I know. Then also had cancer cancer in early as well. What a bastard of a disease that is. I'm sorry if that brought up anything negative. I should have probably warned you more. That one, because that is bastard. Doggies. I'm gonna make this boy bigger, but I guess he's an adult, so that's a bit too late. He's a big boy. Buddy! Oh, Buddy flew. I just realized that. He could fly. He never really showed that off to us before, hasn't he? He just flew for one last time. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna use these things for wings on my back. Goodbye, mate. Okay, time to initialize some dogs. Young dogs! You get down here. You're a young dog. Here you go. Likely. Start eating. Oh, extra's getting on. I feel like that's getting on faster. Extra. My mortal boy. He will follow us everywhere. Even when the series is done, he will always be there. On every single corner. Okay, let's bring this out. Extra will let's be there. I wonder if this feeds him. There you go. Oh, it does. That's how good percentage of his diet is. He's an immortal jag. This is the young elder. So now I gotta call something else in some other game book too. Oh. Quartz has returned. For beyond. Leave. There you go, mate. Neutral, get down there. Before it all gets eaten on you. Especially when extra's in the room. My God, he's a hungry boy when he wants to be. Oh, these other adults are doing a job. Good little bugger. Good. I actually kind of like Buddy. Oh well. Do they now? Ah, you're getting some different coloration in there. Neutral, eat the leg. I mean, eat the goodness. I wonder, you would never truly know this, but I wonder if there's actually, you know, bacteria in one of these dogs that have been here from, like, early on or from the beginning. Like some of the first parts of the series. You gotta wonder that, don't you? But we'll never truly know if there is or not. If that is ever true. Which is probably sad, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Mate, stuff that down your mouth. Okay? Or don't. That works too. I mean, not really. Eventually you're gonna go hungry. Blood was the final dog we have to bleed. We can bleed blood and wallet. So you know what? We're gonna bleed blood and wolf. Bleed time. Why are there still two separate dogs? I don't know. I just realized something too. You know what we can also do with jam drops is that we can come to a jam bottle and click on the jam bottle. Sadly, we can't put one whole full jam in the mixing bowl. That would have been pretty cool. Yeah, click on the jam bottle. I still have to add. I still have to keep jam in there, and you know, add it to the biscuits or something like that. Or I might not have to add jam in it. I don't know. Like, you know, have the biscuits in your hand and then every one in your hand gets converted. It's gonna be great, isn't it? When you do that. Sometimes I feel like the world's working against me. This hasn't combined in the way I wanted it to. Like, you know, the yellow and the orange. they still keep separate doggies. They're like, no, we're not gonna combine colors. How dare you think we will? Yeah. Right. This is a still no-go. Thank you. Okay. Guess it's time to combine ears. This one's got 4 sets of wings. Extra for later, I guess. If you get what I'm trying to hint at. Massive litter. They're kind of combining, but not really. Wait. What are you? Are you dark or lighter? It's so hard to tell with the lighting. Oh. You're still very dark, but I mean very light. Yeah, now they look like they're lighting mixing a bit more. Right. I feel like the more I do that one, the more they're gonna meet in the middle. Yeah, see what I mean? Now I've taken away the darkness. How could I take away the darkness? Whoops. How dare I click final dog? We must do this until the end of the bleeding. Until we have one remaining. Then they are the chosen one, aren't they? Even if the best dog in the world comes by. No, we still have to get back here! Oh, I sound like a mean person to say. There we go. We have got the chosen one. This dog has been chosen by destiny to be the final dog. I've spent a bit of time making a dog character for a future game idea. I've also bought, I don't think I said this, I've also bought the Steam page for what's outside. So I gotta fix that all up and everything like that. And then someday we're gonna get a coming soon page for it. Yay. Oh, there's a dog egg right here. I still gotta go for the tax. I don't know why the tax section really hates me. It's just like, how dare you do anything? At one point, first time I tried, it didn't like my date of birth for some reason. Because I didn't put it in first, and then it's like, and then it didn't like my date of birth at all after I put it in. And I'm definitely adult and like, I'm illegal drinking age in almost every country, so yeah. That was pretty nice. I'm saying almost every country, I don't know what every country I can't, that has the legal drinking age is. Surprising. I was allowed to have a drink before I was 18 in Australia, because Australia 18 is the legal drinking age, and you can't drink anything before then, really. Or is that like restaurants and that? But I don't like having more than one drink of alcohol at all. This alcohol does have more than one serving. I don't like alcohol in general, but I have more of a disliking to point of it is because oh that got extra there. But I feel like, you know, that's I would like more or less. We're gonna drink alcohol for the taste of it. I'm not gonna drink for any other reason. And it feels like, I don't know, I want to stay away from it as well because that's a huge issue especially in the rural areas of this country, is that problem. And not a lot of people realize they have a problem. And then even if they do realize they have a problem, they can't get help for that problem. Which is kind of sad, you know? You right there, mate? You got too many legs or something? Buddy. Whoops. There you go. Oh, Tiny's gonna know. Tiny was a tiny boy, but now he's a big boy. Watch out for small Tiny. Yeah, then the second time I tried to do the text, it's just like, didn't like numbers I was putting in there. It's great. Yeah, I don't know why America's gotta make sure it has its clips and everything. It's like, ooh, we want to interfere with every affair in everybody else's country, but when it's the reverse, no, 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 you can't do that. I gotta do that for this eventually, won't I? That's gonna be great. I've done it for itch and multiple other things. Done the text form. I don't know why I didn't like mine. Being a dickhead. No, so annoying. I have to try a third time. That's the only thing I got left, and then I can start making the page. Then I have to do all the fancy stuff for it. So stay tuned for that. I'll just do. Poor Tiny's just getting bashed down here by this thing. I guess I left it there, so I guess it's kind of my fault in a way. But then I'm not making that dog run into it. Same time. You guys can actually look at the community page if you want to see what the dog adventures, the little dogs have been up to with dog adventures. I'm going to start calling the series that now. Every time little photos come up. Maybe I have to write that into the community post. I don't know if a lot of people get showed it or not. Actually, we better be in this, mate. Here you go. Boida. I had parsnip finally in my cooking. Oh my god. Extra's playing dead again. Oh my god. He's having a good old time and he's immortal. Like, oh, I forgot. I said, yeah, I had to like parsnip first time, like in my pasta. Didn't much like it by itself when cooked. The same with carrot. So I mixed it with carrot and parsnip together since they are very similar. And it's not too bad. I don't feel like the taste really influenced it too much. I think I might have changed the color to where it normally is with the food, but usually that's what similar thing that happened when I put purple carrot in there. It changed to a purple carrot look to it. I actually gotta go back to next time I go near that area. I need to go back and get that place with the epic mint ice cream in it, and it's got plenty of other cooler whaler foods as well. But I'm also going somewhere on Sunday, which should be all about native Australian plants. So I'm hoping to get a finger lime and some other stuff as well. See if we can find other native foods we can. Well, I can grow down the garden as well. That's not too big, and hopefully we can keep going off branches of them. I have to I don't know, somehow get people to ask me if they want like an off branch of some of those plants already down there. Because eventually I'm going to get myself a bushman heaven side. Or at least I've planted them in pots. I actually got to use that other small pot for the tree that I end up getting for free, which is the midberry or midgen. I think it's my from midgen too. We actually, yeah, originally for, I don't know. Unsure. Yeah, I think it's a midberry or something like that. Seems I can read that better. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I've actually seen if I can, go from a cutting. I don't know where he died. Oh boy. Died in here. Oh god. Oh, there you go, likely. Have fun. Oh yeah, bud. Oh, extras here. You better watch out for the extra. Seems like it might have pissed off the extra, annoyed the extra tiny This is an extra in here. Oh, I need to do this one anyway. The base. Well, name was given up, so you can take it, I guess. Green dude. That could be weapons too. The whole gun away. I find I really. Oh, whoops! I wasn't meant to do that, but I did, didn't I? I also watch more videos like talking about the comics a bit more. Because the problem is, I'm poor and I'm also dyslexic, so I can't really read comics. Tried multiple times, but it gets a bit problem after a while. I'm just gonna try again. I don't know. Just come to the library to do the one job it actually needed instead of just using their computers and printer. I have to eventually ask them if I can use my own paper. A lot of people reckon I should be able to. I reckon there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to. I don't know. Gonna ask. Oh, he stole my ball. Oh, mate, you what? Dick bugger. Oh, there's the egg. Oh, he left the ball behind. Got this bugger now. Likely. No, change the something topic. I don't know. We can call him Effie. We call him mine. Effie was mine, but I feel like it's a bit weird. I don't like a cobalt on the line. Let's call him mine. Catlock, I will really murder you because I am so sick of you. Yeah, she got. Oh, it's called Iron now. Yeah, my names are still not very creative. But that's how it is sometimes. Just feel mature. Doesn't get to have my chewers for my birthday, and I feel so annoyed about that. I was like, I said you don't like places don't need to like give free stuff away, but then I'm talking about not getting free birthday chewers. I was gonna buy coffee and all that too. And dude was pretty assholeish to me when I was getting it too, because the card wasn't working. Basically, like I should, like my sister said, give me look like a bloody fall off the street. Like, oh my god, mate. I didn't much like him either. I didn't feel like he interacted with me very well. You can usually tell when you can stand there and talk to someone for like a good while, and then being able to not talk to people. I don't know. I could tell when you're an asshole. That's about it. I feel like, or someone just doesn't really want to talk. And sometimes I don't feel like talking, and sometimes I do feel like talking. And I've talked to people before. They don't get really shy when I've talked to people a lot. There you go. Just feel weird, but just feel a bit anxious about end up getting like 3 lines on the market. Still feel a bit anxious about that. Feel a bit anxious about going near the shop because of that as well. Oh my god. I have problems. Oh no, nobody. Man, anxieties. Neutral. I don't know. I guess mate could still have a call. Here we go. Let's see. Let's bring you out. Pancake. Ah. Here you go, Wolf. Mate, you're just making it harder for me to feed it to you. It's either gonna go to you or Extra's gonna find it. To be honest, I know he's got a sense for this stuff. Oh yeah, we've got to make sure the young ones are getting the bite in there. Which is you. Get in here. You're a young fella. Get in there. You must be initiated. Oh, you're too likely. Get in there. It's just laying on top of the other dog. That's so funny. I can't comprehend what was going on there. I still gotta see what those limes look like inside. I really want more finger limes, They're actually one of my favorite food. I've never actually liked the food a fruit as much as them. I've always been like neutral, like on other fruits, like even apples. I've never really had, that one apple, but I really like those finger limes. Let's call you man. Come on, get down here. We must bring you down the tunnel. Oh yeah, get your fair share in here, mate. We must move them away. No! Unlikely as an adult, a young adult. Puppy, eat. Oh my god. Like this is going in here. Come on, Likely, get back up there. Good little fella. I don't know what happened to the call now. I had it around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Is Wolf starting to clue on what these things do or not? I don't know. It was having a nice little bark, I don't know. Let's go. Oh shit. Little bugger, get out of there. What the hell you doing in there, mate? How the hell did you even get in there? It's a good question. He has wings, so that could explain that situation. Mate, feed yourself. I guess I am your parent, but you still gotta feed yourself. You're an adult now, mate. Well, you should be feeding yourself some food. Keep yourself alive, you should be. I don't know. I can't judge, you know. There's some days I don't feel like, you know, making like proper meals. I haven't actually had a day like that for a long time, actually, a little bit. In a little while. I think it's kind of. So I did recently make the pancakes, but that was the only thing I can. Like, pancakes from the bottle. But I used to, like, oh, it's just gonna. Oh, God. Noodles hanging around for that one reason to, like, something really quick to have. But they are kind of, like, awful. Especially to me right now. Then at one point it's like favorable, but even my sister's saying it at one point now. Yes, you can kind of get why I went from not really having any junk food at all. Like, I desired a certain quality of food because my mental health was in a better position than it once was. That's what it is. That's what I mean by. I mean, it's alright if you do want to eat a lot of lower quality foods, but it does really. Even she's getting into a position where she can't stand eating, having a lower quality of food at all. Yeah, no. I'm kind of glad I really took that shift away from that low quality stuff. If you can't afford it, then that's fine. That's usually what happens. But I'm in a position where I can't afford big things, you know? I can't have effective savings for things, you know? So I might as well, you know, enjoy what I'm in right now. Have nice things. What the hell you doing, mate? In a way of food is not too bad. You know, having nice food is kind of nice. When you have nice things, I think it's not just about, you know, doing nice things or having nice expensive things. It's also sometimes having nice food. Whether you make it yourself or not. Or higher quality food. Sadly, my milk's going out of business. Now I'm gonna find odd types of milk. Odd types of milk I have now. Or I'll just go back to the milk I had before, I guess, by the look of it. Oh, that friendship was short-lived, but pretty cool. I have someone else that comes back and do cold pressed milk because that was pretty good. Other than that, he'd be asshole about it as well. That's the next problem. Process of a thing shouldn't be disallowed, you know. Shouldn't be able to be claimed. Something like that, a process of making a process. How are you all going today anyway? I don't think I've said that any time today, and I feel like an asshole. I thought you all going alright today. Nothing too bad's been going on. I feel like 23 has been, it's not bad for me, but hey, maybe it gets better. But it's not been that bad. I mean, I guess it's been bad, but not that bad. Yeah. Compared to having problems. I still haven't really changed it, and it hasn't lately been that kind of extreme problem that it was then. Because during that period of time where I went away from it and not used it all, it was starting to not turn on at all at any time of the day, so I gave up on like pushing it. Like turning it on in the morning because it wasn't working all week. And how many times I did it, something like that. Unless I made it more effective working, I haven't really done much to it. I mean, the other guys tested it to see if it runs effectively the system. And then there's also organized it up a bit. That's nice. I'm still not got that bill. I don't know if he's gonna send the bill or not. It's working now alright. It's kind of annoying because I was thinking at one point I didn't touch like anything like extreme, like hard games that work hard, go compared to hard. But that doesn't affect it at all. And I thought that might have been a theory. But not. Oh, Wallace can know. Oh, this is about kind of adult. Yeah. If days get hard, I hope they do get better. They always will eventually get better. Isn't that cool? No time like the present to make days better. Make everything better. Haven't you been watching a nice show about someone about younger adults that is about a show where they come straight out of high school right afterwards, a mystery show where they're doing all together? Like I kinda like that. Be nice. I think one of the nicest shows, like drama mystery ones I've seen in a while. The show's in an age group that's not really seen very well, and at one point they show like the difference between them and college kids or university kids. Specifically college kids because it's American, and the different attitudes that they had to the ones who've not gone through that. Like I feel like I have a different attitude to someone who's gone into university than is that person because I've spent more time in less time in education, more in the real world of how things work, I guess. I don't know if you feel like you want education and you're willing to do anything and you really want to do a job and higher education is for you if you're willing and you really, really like this thing you want to get higher education for and you're pretty certain you get a job out of it, then there's nothing really stopping you. in my personal opinion. As much as I don't like it, it's because I don't like it because it limits you. But watching a video on the higher education or education problem, I didn't fully watch it. But I don't think that's a problem at all. I think that if you want to be educated in a field, then you should be educated in the field. They just don't go about it the right way into making an effective and way of both for the company and for the person. Because education shouldn't be about, oh, you do this and you get a job. Education should be something you choose to do. And yes, some jobs do require you to have that education, but you shouldn't be forced to only do that education to get that job. You might just want to know more about the subject, and that's okay, and it should be okay. Because I didn't want to, if I ever go to university, I don't want to go and get some fancy job with a uni degree. I wanted, to do it for fun and learn more. So I think that's what my sister wanted to do a bit more as well. I don't know. But she really liked her uni degree. It seems like she really liked it, although it was pretty stressful for her. Well, what's me mentioning one. But if you do feel like it's getting hard for you, then it's best to push through. You already come so far. Sometimes it's a good show of, yeah, you came this far. You might as well keep on going. That's my personal opinion. Especially if you start things like that. If you pass halfway, then you might as well finish it, is my personal opinion. If you're ever thinking about what to do at the current moment, if that helps you, it helps somebody out there who's dealing with a problem. And then if you feel like there's no way that you can finish it, then maybe you can think about it again. Or something like education, if you're half, well, what the hell's wrong with you, mate? You alright? Can I help you out, though? You okay? Yeah, I feel like if you're about halfway through whatever, like education you're doing, you might as well keep on going. Especially with like university, you're not gonna get rid of that debt if you're already halfway through. Or the higher level education. Oh no! I was thinking, why was I up here? But then I remembered why I was up here, you know. Trouble is coming. I haven't done that, haven't I? Those comes unsuspected. Mate, get in there. Get in there, mate. Neutrals is having a time. Yeah, sometimes you have those times where you just lay down and you're like, I don't know what I do, but hey, I'm okay with everything. Mate, he's a wheelbarrow spike already. Trouble! I didn't realize Trouble will not be an evil dog who wants to not eat everybody. I mean, not be part of the ritual. God. Trouble, you gotta be part of the ritual. Okay, gotta move the old folk. I got some of the ghost genes in there. Oh, extra see. I'm noticing before we're eating away. And I was dragging him away, and he's like, you know, I'm just gonna keep hold of this. Extra dinner. He's up there. Oh, he's sleepy. I feel like you get you get in that position sometimes too when you just been having stuff so a long time. You just like, I don't know, just standing there, being like, oh my god, what do I do or something like that. I don't know how you explain that, you know. Oh, nobody wants to try to eat the little burger. Where's this color that made you darker? Eat more of it, mate. We need a darker doggy. And also, mate, can you not try to eat your elders already? That's for later. Oh, this one's become lighter. Oh god damn, I'm out of here, please. Oh, now it's sleepy times. Finally gone to sleep now. Instead of sending themselves more stir crazy. I don't know if that's the right wording or not. Are you? Okay. I was gonna say, poor dude, if two dogs were on him now. At least it's I guess, no, that dog's older than little puppy now. It's gonna start hurting. Oh, it looks like that's it for today as well. Likely still has problems. No, likely. Hey, likely wants to run away from me. I get that. Oh, so we got neutral and likely. So I'm gonna keep them unstarred. Hopefully I won't forget about them. That is a strong possibility, let's be honest here. So I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. And I'm gonna call off now. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Hopefully this video will cheer you up a little bit, even if it's been weird stuff I always talk about in all these videos. I don't know, I feel like I go up a mountain sometimes. And dig myself in a hole as well. But I guess that's just how it is. Yeah. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. And I'll see you next time.